Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for September 15th through the end of the month. This is going to be a general reading and it's a collective reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. Likely will not resonate with everybody. So if it doesn't resonate with you, please check out your moon and rising signs, and if you don't find them there, check out other readers, because your message, what you're looking for, is out there somewhere. We always find what we're looking for. Always. Okay, so right now we're going to dig right into it. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, we thank you so much for Aries, and we thank you so much for the clear and concise messages you give us through these cards. We ask you, as it relates to love, show us what are the three main energies that Aries is working with the last half of this month. We're looking for clarification, confirmation, and validation, and guidance. In the area of love, show us the three main energies that Aries will be dealing with last half of September as they navigate love. Okay, so it looks like we start out with emotional withdrawal. This is where you are now. Looks like we're headed to mental conflict, and our potential outcome might be patience and planning. These are the main energies that you're dealing with right now. So now we're going to get some clarifiers on this and see exactly what it is that they mean when they're talking about these energies. If you're new to my channel, please stick around till the last part. I always do a PS. Somebody did ask, what is a PS? Whenever we used to use snail mail, I'm old. At the end of a letter, when we wrote a letter to somebody, at the end of the letter, we signed sincerely or love and our name, and then it's like we forgot, there was something we forgot to tell them, so we put PS and then said another little something or another. So that's what this is. This is the PS. It's another little something or another from the Spirit, giving us a little extra message or sometimes confirmation. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, we thank you for helping us to see what energies we're going to be dealing with last part of September as we navigate love in our relationships, mainly romantic relationships is what we're looking at. Please show us clearly, why are these energies out here? Emotional withdrawal, mental conflict, and patience and planning. What is it that you have for us to understand about all of that? So with emotional withdrawal, we have the Page of Earth, and we have temptation. And with mental conflict, we're getting Ace of Water, and we're getting 3 of Earth. And then with patience and planning, we're getting 10 of Air, and the Emperor. Aries, that's you. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Emotional withdrawal. This card, in this particular deck, it talks about, pulling away, about becoming dissatisfied with what has been going on and searching yourself for answers, kind of like a hermit, but not really, but mostly just moving on from the normal stuff to be able to find something deeper, something more fulfilling. So this is where you are currently, or one of the energies that you're navigating at this time. It comes with the Page of Earth. The Page of Earth is a messenger. He wants to talk about new ideas. He wants to talk about creative projects and things like that. And he's very resourceful. Because this reading is about love, and it's clarifying the withdrawal card, I'm feeling like you have been in a place where you have been doing a lot of soul searching, maybe studying about relationships. Maybe you read Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus or something like that. Maybe you're trying to understand, what is a love relationship about. Also, you're getting the temptation card. So this is telling me that perhaps you're trying to set yourself apart from what you thought a love relationship was supposed to be. You have attachments. an example is in this part of the country, the guys go to work all day, they come home, get in the recliner, plop their feet up, and wait on their woman to serve them. Not really in all the cases, but it's still a pretty big mentality around here. So maybe, just an example, if you were that kind of guy, you found in one of the relationship books that you read that, hey, a woman thinks it's sexy if she comes in and finds her man vacuuming the floor, something like that. So it's like you've been made aware of some attachments that you had to the way you thought things were. And those are just examples. They're just fun little examples. It could be anything. You can relate it to whatever it is, however it relates to your situation. But it's like this withdrawal. It's like you came upon some information that helped you realize that perhaps you were looking at things wrong. Perhaps you didn't have a true understanding of what a loving relationship was. So, looks like you're going into mental conflict. So why would you have mental conflict? Well, if you grew up thinking that you're supposed to go to work and come home, plop your feet up in the recliner and let your woman serve you, I'm sure it's very mentally conflicting to enter into some kind of new relationship and all realize that this isn't the case, that this is not how you express love, or this isn't how your woman sees love. And you flip the roles however you want to, whatever that is. But you're getting an ace of water. So and this tells me somebody's coming toward you or has come toward you. Either somebody's bringing you love, offered you love, or it's a new relationship where love has just started in your life, and that's what this conflict is about. But so the Three of Earth is all about collaborations, and it's collaborating on passionate projects. So it's telling me, Aries, that you've gotten into a relationship where things aren't at all what you expected them to be, whatever those long-term beliefs have been about how you expected things to be, they're not like that, and it's freaking you out a little bit. So and this card right here says, but it's something that you're both very passionate about. You're both excited about this relationship, but it's got you a little freaked out because it's like, man, the stuff I read in that book, it must be true. Just a little hint, guys, let me tell you something. You get home and your girl's washing the dishes or whatever, you go stick your hands in that water with her and help her with those dishes. That payoff is going to be big time, because let me tell you, it is sexy for a guy to do stuff like that, to help her, because she's not your slave. She's not your woman. She's your partner. So, yeah, that's pretty sexy. But anyway, this right here, the mental conflict, look at that guy. And see this conflict, see how it's red? I'm telling you, it's about long-held beliefs about how relationships were supposed to be. And you're just like baffled. But the good thing is that in this time that you withdrew, you kind of did some research. So maybe you need to go back and reread some of that stuff, or re-listen to some of those lectures about how you should be within a relationship, or how relationships... What is your partner's love language? How can you truly show that you care about them? It might not be saying, "Ooh, baby, you fine," because you know what? I don't care if you think I'm fine if I'm washing the dishes and you come up and start doing all that crap. It just makes me think, I got too much to do to be thinking about that right now. But instead, you come in and you say, "Hey, babe, long day," and get your hands in there and start washing the dishes too. Hey, guess what? That's a whole nother, talk about an aphrodisiac. So yeah, so this new love, it's like, oh wow, maybe I need to really go back and consider all that stuff and do some collaborating with my partner. Okay, so it says patience and planning Patience and planning, Aries. This new relationship is a little bit different than anything else you've been in. I keep trying to think of a good scenario if it was if you're the girl in the relationship, or the female, the masculine and the feminine energies, I know is how you're supposed to talk about it. But if you're the feminine energy, I'm trying to think about how, hey, put on a pair of shorts and a pair of boots and go outside and cut the grass. I don't know, whatever it is that, what I'm saying is I guess what I'm trying to say is the traditional roles that some of us grew up with truly do not work. Those models are obsolete. Those models existed when June Cleaver stayed home all day and baked cookies and whatever. But now you're in relationships where both men and women work. And there's no really set, this is how it's supposed to be anymore. It's let's work together, and whatever needs to be done, let's get it done so that we can spend time with each other, loving on each other, caring about each other, and things like that. So it may take you some time, some patience with yourself, or some patience with the other person to work that out. But it looks like not only is it a true offer, almost like it's from the universe itself, but it's a passionate collaboration. Like you both feel the chemistry, you both are very fond of each other, and it's the idealized version of what you always thought it would be, except that you've got these little mechanics to figure out. Okay, this is a fun reading. So, the Ten of Air, this is where it's the same as the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is whenever you've got all the swords stabbed in your back. Well, nobody stabbed you in the back except for your old beliefs. So with patience and planning and continuing to be the student in this relationship, you'll be able to blow those problems away. Like something will come up, and instead of thinking, I just can't ever measure up. Instead of doing that, no, you blow it away. Instead of taking it personally, which you never should do. Instead of taking it personally, you just blow that away and think, okay, so not, okay, I have to turn into this kind of person to please them. No. But instead, it's like, okay, no, this doesn't make them happy. And you know what? It's no big deal to me either way. You learn to, because sometimes we can feel personally attacked whenever that's not the intention at all. Like if, here's one for you women out there, or the feminine, more feminine energies. You walk in after a long day, and he says, hey babe, how was your day? And you say, whatever, it's been rough or whatever. And he says, oh, and goes on about his business. You can't get all offended that he didn't want to go, oh, ta-ta, let me see, what can I do for you? Let me fix it. Most women, more independent women, wouldn't want that anyway, but some of us do. Some of us want that little extra attention. And this is us saying, okay, he's busy too. He's got his life too. He cannot bow down to me every time I'm having a crisis. I am a strong woman. I am an independent woman, and I can handle my work situations by myself. That's an example for sometimes as women, or the feminine energies, maybe, don't get all hate mail on me about I would never be that person. There's some women out there who would. So it's about equal give and take. And this is learning the equal give and take versus being too needy on either side. But Aries, here's the good news. You come into yourself. You come into everything that you ever wanted to be. Or that you ever could be in a loving relationship. Whatever this is that you're learning, whatever this is that you're attached to, these old ideas, you've mastered it. You're going to master it. So be patient with yourself, and keep your chin up, because it's going to be good. If we had to ask, who are you dealing with here? It could be anybody. There's all kinds of, we got water signs, we got earth signs. Well, water signs and earth signs, that's what we got. So you got Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and we got Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So that may be who you're dealing with. It's time for the PS. Let's see what's going on here. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, we thank you for the message. We thank you for helping us to see that sometimes things conflict us, but that it's okay. It's no big deal. It's just a matter of changing the way we think. Careful planning, being patient, all that stuff. We ask you now for the PS for Aries. Give us a PS as it relates to love. Mid-September to the end of September for Aries as it relates to love. Okay. Remember I said you got the Ace of Water? This is a cup of love. This is the universe offering you this cup of love. And and the Three of Pentacles is about passionate collaboration. So you're passionate with each other about this relationship. Look, we got the Lover's card. I don't know, Aries. Oh my God. We got the twin flame card. Okay, so I'm not saying this is your twin flame, but this is what everybody calls the twin flame card. It's also the happily ever after. So Aries, look, this is your PS. One more. The Knight of Swords. So this is fast movement. This is fast movement, and it's truth. So it's all about communication. So that's a little bit maybe of your advice, is that, you know, this is the Lover's card. This is a love reading. Hey, you can't get any better than that. And then you get this card on top. Perhaps this is somebody that you actually have already started thinking, yeah, I could be with this person for the rest of my life. This is going to be important. It's going to be fast moving. And the Swords is all about communication. And let me tell you something. Communication can be the breakdown of the best relationship if you withhold it. You've got to communicate. You've got to figure out how to communicate honestly. You have to figure out how to communicate your needs without feeling needy. And you have to be able to figure out how to communicate your wants. You have to just communicate. Just keep those lines of communication open. Aries, I'm so excited for you. I look forward to hearing in the comments what this was all about. I am a new channel. Thank you so much for all the subscribes that I've gotten already, the comments, all that stuff. You guys are amazing. And I look forward to seeing what this is all about. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.